Hello and welcome back for another video. FPL Wrap Up is a series that informs you on everything you need to know ahead of the deadline. Would love to hear your thoughts on the new idea. In the video, we'll be looking at clean sheet odds, current injury list, among other things. Now let's dive in. First, we start with the goal scorers odd, and on top of that list, as expected, is Erling Braut Haaland with 47%. Man U and Tottenham fixtures for the Norwegian respectively in Gameweek 20. We're here to see an Erling Haaland blank in two consecutive game weeks since the beginning of the season, which is a very strong indication that he's settling into be on the score sheet this game week. Harry Kane also is on this list with a 28% chance of coming up with a goal in his two fixtures also this game week. Very huge chance of him getting on the score sheet. On top of the clean sheet odds is Chelsea with Arrizabalaga facing Crystal Palace at home, who has conceded 7 goals in their last 2 games and are yet to score since the restart. Next up is Newcastle, who has performed excellently well in the back also since the restart, keeping 3 clean sheets out of 3. Brentford is also on the list on 37% chance. Man City in their 2 fixtures will be expected to keep a 31% chance of a clean sheet and 41% chance against Tottenham. The list goes on, with Arsenal's expected chance of keeping a clean sheet at 27%. These statistics are gotten from fantasyfootballreports.com. I'll leave a link in the description below. If you are enjoying this video, do not forget to like the video and also subscribe. Thank you. Now we'll be looking straight at the injury list. The injury list is to help us navigate around the players who are likely not to be featuring in the game week, on players which are likely to be in our team. The list is topped by Virgil van Dijk, who is actually old news that he has been out for a while, and his expected date of return is on the 4th of February. Reece James also is on that list. Reece James, Pulisic are the Chelsea players who will be topping that list who could likely be in your team. I think it's time for us to see what Reece James does when he comes back before rushing to bring him back into our teams, as we most often do due to his past record, because for some time now he has been very injury prone. Dallo is an interesting one because he was subbed off in Man U's FA Cup win at first half because of injury concerns, but since then we are seeing it's just a muscle injury, and there's actually 75% chance of him going on and playing on. That would be a lovely sight, seeing how Man U has been good defensively for some time now. If you've been following our series here on this channel, you will know that we're very keen on changing some of our players, especially Reece James, who has been out on injury. And the likely action we're going to be taking this week is actually, number 1 is Anthony Martial for Harry Kane, and also we're looking at a very strong possibility of removing Cancelo for Fabian Schär. Diego Dallo was one who was coming to mind before, but with his injury concerns, it will be best to go for Luke Shaw this game week. There's a huge chance of all 3 transfers happening before the deadline, so do stay tuned for our final team. Marcus Rashford is the most transferred in player ahead of the Game Week 20 deadline. Luke Shaw is also on that list. Harry Kane actually is on that list also. Surprisingly, Mitrovic, who is out for the last game of Game Week 19, is on that list. Odegaard completes the top 5 with 232,000 managers transferring him into their team. And looking at the top transfers out, Trossard tops that list due to injury. Ivan Toney is also on that list. Surprisingly, Salah is on that list. Cancelo on the list also. Van Dijk completes the list due to injury with 198,000 managers removing him from their team. It's actually quite shocking to see Mo Salah on the list, although he only gave returns in the first game week since the restart. Since then, he has just been rather quiet in the matches Liverpool has played. Taking a look at differentials this game week, There are three players who come to mind. Riyad Mahrez, Phil Foden, and Heung-min Son are the players who actually come to mind, particularly because of their double game week. In the past, we have seen Riyad Mahrez come from the bench most times. For some time also, Phil Foden has been coming off the bench, but having the double game week is certainly a time where Pep would want to consider rotation of his players, which leaves a very huge chance for both of them starting one or two games during the game week. And knowing the caliber of players they are, there's every chance that they can go in and get a couple of attacking returns. Yumi Son also is one who has a double game week, and he has actually been playing most of the games for Tottenham this season, not coming off the bench. And it will be interesting to see what he can do. In the last game, he actually did score a goal, and that may have been the start for many more to come for the Korean man. Finally, we look at the captaincy options this game week. For me, the decision is clear. Erling Haaland has to wear the captain's armband and be the standard bearer of our team. Although there may be some who want to go for a differential, and the likes of Harry Kane and Marcus Rashford are actually top picks for that. Rashford has been in a very fine form since the restart of the season, where he has 7 goals in 6 games in all competition from Man U. Who knows how many more he will be getting this game week. That's all for today. Do subscribe if you enjoyed this video. Also help support the channel by liking this video. Goodbye for now.